talking about business, but in fact, we have an interesting topic, um, which is equal pay. So many societies are slowly beginning to address the issue of equal pay for men and women. Okay, it's a big topic right now. After this lesson, you will be able to talk about something called gender equality for pay. I will ask you some questions about your job and gender equality. Then we're going to listen to a woman talk about equal pay for men and women. After that, you're going to practice talking about equal pay in your country. I will listen, and I will tell you how to improve your speaking. Okay? Let's begin. I'll start with Anne. Hello, Anne. Can I ask you a question?
Sure. Yes.
What is your job?
Now I'm a student.
Oh, you're a student. Okay. And your professors, are they men or women?
Uh,
Your teachers?
mm,
Yeah,
my teacher. Yeah, it depends on each subject.
okay.
So teacher can men or woman.
It can be a man or a woman. Sure. Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Anne. Luciana Maria. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm very well, thanks. Okay, we're talking about jobs and men and women doing jobs, how much they get paid. So what is your job? Do
Well,
you work?
yes. Well, not at this moment, but I used to work in advertising for a long
Okay.
time.
Okay.
And well, what's the question? Sorry.
Well, the question is just what your job is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Advertising. And
Yeah.
I used to work as a general account director in advertising agency. So
Okay.
that's
So that was a fairly high level position, right?
yes.
You were director. And did you have a boss above
Yes,
you?
I have a boss, and they are all in all my career. They are men,
Uh,
but in advertising, it's very important to have women in the account area, because women in that area and the trade with the clients are better than men.
oh, okay.
That's good.
Yeah. So you're saying that women are better at client relations in your industry.
Yes.
You find. Oh, okay.
Yes.
Interesting. Yeah. Okay. We'll talk more about all of this in a minute, but let's keep going. I want to hear from Mechi in Czech Republic. Mechi, are you working or a student?
I, I am a computer programmer, so I've been working for many years as a computer programmer and network administrator, and I would say that a lot of men work in this sphere, but very few women, I would say, very few women. And if there are some women, they are very capable. They are really experts, and we take our heads off. Uh,
Good expression. Yeah. We take our hats off to the women who join you in your profession. But you touched on something. I put words in the chat. Gender technology gap. So gender means either man or woman. Okay, nowadays there are more ideas about gender, I know, but normally we just say, what gender are you, man or woman? So gender technology gap is especially about what you expressed. There are more men than women in technology, it seems. There's the same problem here in Canada. I think it's a problem, at least, but okay, are you clear on that?
Thank you. Gender technology gap.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Yes, thanks. We'll come back. We'll talk about it some more. But we'll go to Hoa first in Vietnam. Hoa, are you working or are you a student?
Now I'm working as an environmental consultant.
Oh, nice. Yeah, very interesting. And are there many women who do your job, or are there mostly men?
I think it's 50-50%, like equal in gender. And first, all of my sports are with the people get the higher level, the consultant with the higher level, almost the men.
Almost all are men, if you go in a higher level. Interesting. Yeah. We'll talk about that in a minute too. But that's a good line of work. I'm glad you're involved in that. Trung,
Yes,
what about you? Are you working or a student?
I'm working in logistics.
In logistics, okay.
Yes.
Are there women also where you work who do your job?
Uh,
Same job?
I think because in my major, on people work in logistics in is the man in modern because it's in the outside and they work with shipping line and the woman usually just work in the office about in the documentation in the outside. I think on a lot of people men because we have to stay outside with a lot of sun because in Vietnam people I think I see on the world with the logistic on employees is a man.
Okay, that's interesting. And you say it's because they work outside.
Yes.
And meaning the conditions are more difficult, like the physical conditions.
Yes.
Okay, so most of the men work outside. And what do you think? Could women do the same thing? Could they work outside?
I think maybe, but I think just a little woman can can stand work in outside, especially
Okay,
in Vietnam because on Vietnam woman they afraid with the sun and they try to in a ha- in a house to far away a sun. Yes.
Okay, is it too hot or is it that the sun has the UV rays?
Yeah, I think it's too hot. And
It's too hot.
yes,
And UV exposure too, right? Ultraviolet exposure.
sorry, teacher.
UV. The sun is dangerous also to your skin.
Yes,
Yeah, because of ultraviolet UV rays.
yes.
Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry, my video was off there for a second. That goes crazy sometimes. All right, thank you very much, Trump. Let's go to my computer and we're going to listen to a short statement from a woman named Rebecca. She says, I believe in equal pay. So let's listen to her, and then I'll have some questions. Okay, that should be. Here we go. No, that's not right. Sorry. This should be going through my external speaker. Let's try that again.
I believe in equal pay, so I think that women should be paid exactly the same as men for holding the same position.
All right, I'll just repeat it, and then we'll have a couple of questions.
I believe in equal pay, so I think that women should be paid exactly the same as men for holding the same position.
All right. So I'll start with Anne. Anne, can you read this statement here? What Rebecca says. Can you read it to me, please?
Sorry,
Anne?
teacher, you're not sharing the screen. Yes, you have to share this.
Of course I do.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Yeah, there's some problems today with the technology. But thank you for letting me know. I'll play it one more time so you can read and see it at the same time. Oh my goodness. Sorry.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah.
I believe in equal pay, so I think that women should be paid exactly the same as men for holding the same position.
All right. Again, sorry about that. And could you read this statement?
Yes. I believe pay, so I think that women should be paid exactly the same as men for holding the same position.
Okay, good pronunciation. I didn't hear you say this word equal, though. Did you say it? Equal pay.
Equal pay.
Very nice. Okay, so what do you think, Anne? Can women do anything that a man can do?
Yes.
Yeah, why not?
Equal. Yeah.
So believe in equal pay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now let's check. I want to check pronunciation, so I'll go to Luciana Maria. Hi, can you try that? Can you read this for me? Luciana Maria, are you there?
Sorry. I have out the audio.
Yeah, I know it's tricky. Can you read this for me? Yeah.
Yes, I believe in equal pay, so I think that women should be paid exactly the same as men for holding the same position.
Yeah, can you say this word holding?
Holding.
Yeah, very good. You need to have the L sound, but your pronunciation is good. What do you think? Yeah, what do you think?
That I think that companies, what Rebecca wants us to say is that companies may pay exactly the same for men and women if they are doing the same, no? If they have the same position in a company.
Yeah. Now, you mentioned a different problem. First of all, do you think you get paid the same as a man for your work?
Well, I began checking that the last years because at the beginning of my work I didn't think that I'm earning less money than the men, but in my last experience working, I remember that I told my boss because they gave me a better position in the company, and in the past I had some women in that positions, and I remember that my boss didn't want to give me the same money that they gave before to my women bosses.
Your female boss, yeah.
Yes, my female bosses, and I thought that I had the experience to do it better, but I never feel or felt that men in the company were earning more money than women. But that's in the account area. Perhaps if you move to another area, that creative area, is an example, a good example. In that area, I know that I really know that women earn less money than men, no? Because I don't know, but there are, in that area, there are more men than women. No?
Right. Okay. So, and they are making more money, you're saying. So that is the pay gap that we're talking about, the gender pay gap.
Yes.
So we talked about, and also you mentioned something. You said that the bosses at your company are all men, right? The big bosses.
Yes. Here in Mexico, only, I don't know, one agency that is very famous because the big boss is a woman, a very famous woman that managed Palacio de Hierro, that is a very big and expensive shopping mall, and they used to did the campaigns, the advertising campaigns, so she is very famous, but in the rest of the cases, there are more men than women.
Okay, there are more of them. But
yes.
Yeah. Okay. So we can call that a glass ceiling. I put that in the chat. The words glass ceiling.
Okay.
And you think about that for a minute. I'll talk to Mechi about that as well. So Mechi, if I was a woman and I worked for your company, what are my chances of being promoted compared to a man? Will I be promoted? Will I
think so.
Yeah.
I think so. Our company, the Memes factory, has 2 women on the positions of boss. It's a sales department and accounting department, like somebody mentioned. And they are really good in both. As women can talk better than men. Probably, I don't know. And
You mean
so the sales is sometimes based on talking with our customers, and so they are really good. And so one of them is a boss, is a woman boss.
Okay.
And accounting, of course, it is the sphere of women. So it's good.
That's interesting that you say that accounting is the sphere of women. Yeah, because oftentimes girls in school don't do as well as boys in math, which is changing, by the way. It's changing. But in the past, boys were better at math and sciences, and girls were not encouraged as much into math and sciences. So, but you say also women have good client relations, equal opportunity for promotion, no glass ceiling then. Okay, let's keep going. Good conversation here. So, Hoa.
Yes, teacher.
Yeah, so tell us, do you think that women are paid as much as men to work in your country for the same job?
In my countries, men and
Yeah, or
women,
your
I think,
company.
because we have the policy privacy, so for the salary, so we even anybody in the company don't know exactly the salary, the rate of similar salary of the other, except the human resources department. So actually, I don't know that women and men are paid equal or not. But I think, in my opinion, it's equal. Like when you have same position and same capacity, you will get the salary the same salary.
Okay. Well, that's good. That's good to know. And thank you. We'll hear from Chung. So Chung, so what about, is there a glass ceiling for workers in Vietnam. Can a woman be promoted? Can a woman be a boss?
Oh yes, I think recently the woman in Vietnam or I think in the world is more to promotion. In the past, especially in Asia, most of women don't have a chance to promote themselves or cannot become a leader. But now it's different. With if the woman, if they are good with the knowledge and have enough to knowledge and they have to know power, they can become a leader in Vietnam now, because now in the government a lot of leader is a woman. In the past it never happened. Yes, just recently. Yes.
So times are changing.
Yes.
This is what we say in English: times are changing, meaning
Yes.
new things are happening, new ways of working together.
Yes, especially now in some business and there are many like they organize woman organization with some field, and they have make a group for women to discussing and to share information together. They have a group and they share information together to develop, because women now they try to show themselves to yes.
Okay. Yes, that's great news. Good to hear. Because you are on the opposite side of the world from me, but we hear similar good news. That's interesting.
Yes.
All right, Anne. Hello, Anne. Hi,
Yeah.
Anne. Yeah.
Yes.
So, can a woman be president in your country? Do you think?
Yes, I think it women can be a resident in my country.
Yeah. Okay, but you've never had a woman president before, right?
Yes, but in my country, woman is hold some important position in my country.
Okay. Well, they can take important positions, even president. Do you think it will happen sometime soon, like 2 years, 5 years from now?
I think it will be, yes, future, but I don't think so.
Okay.
In the country, yeah, but
yeah.
in the world, I think it will be. Here.
Right. Okay. Yeah, it's hard to say, but the fact is, it is possible, as you say. Very good. Luciana Maria, what about you? Will a woman ever be president of Mexico?
Yes, I think that there are in many sectors. I don't know how to say sectors of the country. There are women as presidents, but I think so that nowadays they continue being more men than women. No? We are working, and the government also is working to change that in politics. But I read about that, and in politics also, they earn less money.
Oh no.
Yes.
Do you know how much less they earn?
No, but 20 or 30% less. Yeah. It's a big difference.
Yes, in the United States, the estimate is that women make, this is all women, not just politicians or whomever. The estimate is that women make only 80% of what men make. So yes. 20% less. Yes. That's a lot.
Yes.
And that's the United States, which is supposed to be a developed country, and equal
Yes,
rights.
but in politics there's a problem also with Trump, no? Because he's so machista.
Yeah. This guy, we have to get rid of him. It's not my country. I'm Canadian actually, but he has an effect on Canada and Mexico as well, of course. So, thank you, Menchi. What's your opinion about that? United States. Do you think the United States will ever have a woman for president?
Yes, I think so. We can hear about a person, Oprah. Yes, the woman, and she's supposed to become a president. So I will keep my fingers. I keep my fingers crossed.
It's like that, right? Yeah.
So that she wins, and I
will
would
win,
add that, yes, and I would add that our government is also quite good for women, as we have 3 or 4 ministry of as a women in our government. So it's a lot.
Right.
We haven't had so many ministers, women in our government nowadays. So I think it's possible even in our country that a woman can may become president.
Sure. And what you can say, Menchi, is you have balance. It's not necessarily equal, because you don't know if it's always going to be exactly the same number of men and women. But balanced gender representation in government. Yeah.
Balanced gender representation in government. Thank
Right.
you. Thank you.
Oh, you must. Yeah. No problem. All right. So we're just a little bit over time, but we started late, so that's okay. And we had a good class. I want to thank you. Good participation, interesting opinions, interesting news about what's happening in your country and women's equal participation in work or in government. Very good stuff. We're going to